So for me, it started in 1987. I was a kid I was a few months out from turning 4 years old. And I'm coming inside from playing outside with a friend of mine. And we're going into his room to play Atari. And on our way to his room to play Atari, I see his dad watching TV. And his dad is watching WrestleMania 3. I mean, I didn't know that at that time, but he was watching WrestleMania 3, and that caught me. And watching as Macho Man Randy Savage is dropping the elbow on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with the Intercontinental Championship on the line, that drew me in, right? And I'm sitting on the floor and I'm watching. But what really sucked me in, what really made me stay was Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant for, at the time, the WWF Championship. Watching that match was life-changing for me, in a sense that bringing professional wrestling into my life changed it for me. And watching as he body slammed Andre the Giant was just this really cool thing to watch as a 3-year-old kid who's about to turn 4 in a couple of months. It was so cool, and that made me not only a fan of professional wrestling, but it made me a Hulk Hogan fan. It made me a Hulkamaniac. And watching Hulk Hogan in WWF, whether it's Saturday night's main event or at a Survivor Series, at a WrestleMania, at a Royal Rumble, was just really cool. And then watching him as he teamed up with Macho Man Randy Savage, and the handshake that they did, and how that turned, and just watching Hulk Hogan through the years in WWF was really, really cool thing to watch. And then when he's done in WWF, and you think he's just done, he's going to do movies. By the way, one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid was Suburban Commando. It was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I watched it recently on Amazon, and it's still one of my favorite movies as an adult. I just love that movie. Undertaker is in that movie, and you have Christopher Lloyd and Shelley Duvall. It's a good cast. It's a good cast for that movie. So I enjoy Suburban Commando. It's one of my favorite Hulk Hogan movies. Anyway, Hulk Hogan gets into WCW, and it's riding pretty well. It's going pretty well. He's pretty much doing a lot of the same things that he was doing in WWF, that it was called at that time. But it changes when he becomes the third man and joins the NWO. And that just changed the game. Not only changed the game for Hulk Hogan, because he goes from babyface to heel for a lot of us for the first time, even though he was a heel before, but we didn't know that a lot of us didn't know that at that time. So for us, this is the first time watching Hulk Hogan turning heel. So to watch him turn heel for us for the first time was a mind-blowing thing, and changed the game in professional wrestling, forming the NWO and what they were doing in WCW, especially with the NWO. It forced, at that time, WWE to change the game for themselves, and force them to enter into what we now call the Attitude Era. And it started this Monday Night War, which was just some of the best professional wrestling that we watched on TV in the 90s at that time. It was making both companies better, and it was great for us as fans to watch, especially a lot of us who are entering into our teenage years and watching all this stuff. It was so cool. And after that was done and WWF won, and they bought WCW, eventually NWO enters into WWE, now called WWE, and to watch Hogan have this rivalry with The Rock and the Icon versus Icon match, and after that Icon versus Icon match, which was a good match, it turned Hogan from heel to babyface, and then to watch him have that real last run in WWE, winning the WWE Championship, having that match with Triple H, having several matches with other people, even like Shawn Michaels, having a tag match with Edge, winning those tag titles with Edge. It was so cool. Having Hogan in WWE and have that last run was great to watch him have that last run. But it wasn't over. Eventually he goes to TNA and does stuff in TNA, and having Hogan and what he contributed to professional wrestling, be it WWE, WCW, or TNA, He contributed a lot to professional wrestling, and for that I say thank you. Even if you don't agree with all the stuff that happened outside of professional wrestling, the tapes that we saw, um, or didn't see, or heard about and heard him say, uh, stuff you don't have to agree with him personally on that, which is not cool, or his politics in that, which a lot of it wasn't cool, but respect. I have respect for Hulk Hogan for what he contribute to professional wrestling, to the companies that he was a part of. And for that, I say thank you, for what he contribute to professional wrestling. The history that he made, is a lot. And it's all that stuff that happened back then is brought us to where we are today in professional wrestling. And he played, he played a part in all of that. So for that, I say thank you to Hulk Hogan. And with all of you, thanks for watching. RIP to Hulk Hogan, and have yourselves a good day. And don't forget to take care of yourselves. And I will see you on the next one. Peace, y'all.